We've all heard time and time again about how important it is to warm up before our workouts. Well, when you tell someone to warm up without explaining to them how to warm up, you'll usually just get something where they go through a few random stretches before calling it good and then getting into their first exercise. But there actually is an optimal method of warming up that can help to bring out our best performance and potentially even prevent injury. In fact, this systematic review on the effects of upper body warm-ups on performance and injury found strong research-based evidence that dynamic warm-ups will enhance power and strength output in athletes. Now, it did not find evidence to conclude that warm-ups are useful to prevent injury, which is also supported by this 2006 systematic review that examined 5 studies on the topic, 3 of which did find that a warm-up can reduce injury risk, but 2 of which did not find any evidence to suggest that claim. So there isn't really conclusive enough evidence to say that injury prevention is definitely one of the benefits of a good warm-up, but there is some evidence to suggest that it might be. And so if you combine the potential benefit of injury prevention with the known benefits to performance, it's pretty clear why it's a good idea for anybody to warm up. The question does then become, however, how should we be warming up? Well, just think that you want to ramp up your performance. RAMP protocol is a 3-step method for warming up that stands for raise, activate and mobilize, and potentiate. So you'll start your warm-up with the raise portion, which is really simple. You're just trying to raise your heart rate a bit to improve blood flow and increase core temperature. Just hop on your favorite piece of cardio equipment and do a light cardio warm-up of about 5 to 10 minutes. Now, we're not trying to run a whole marathon with this, just work up a light sweat that shows an increase in our core temperature. Once you've reached that point, you can get off the cardio equipment and move on to phase 2 of the warm-up, which is to activate and mobilize. This is the part where we're going to activate the muscles that we're using during the workout and mobilize the primary joints through a full range of motion. With this phase, we don't want to do static stretches, which is where you would hold a body part in place to stretch a muscle, since multiple studies, including this systematic review on the effects of stretching on performance, have found that static stretches held for periods of longer than about 60 seconds can actually impair performance, whereas dynamic stretching done immediately before exercise has been shown to potentially improve performance by assisting in elevating core temperature, which improves nerve conduction velocity, muscle compliance, and enzymatic cycling, which aids in faster energy production. There is a time and a place for static stretching, but before a workout, we want controlled movements through full ranges of motion. And the word controlled is very important there because we also want to avoid ballistic stretches that have more of an uncontrolled bounce to the movement. Some dynamic stretches I like to include in my warm-ups for a chest day are side-to-side arm swings to warm up the pecs and work through a full range of horizontal adduction and abduction, shoulder circles to warm up the delts and work through shoulder circumduction, and side-to-side twists with a tight core to activate the abs and obliques while getting a stretch on the back. Just choose dynamic stretches that are going to be working the correct muscles and joints that you're going to be using during the workout. There's really no need to reinvent the wheel here, and there really is no wrong option. Just make sure it's easy to remember and that it's working the correct area, and any dynamic stretch will do. And now that your muscles are warmed up a bit and you've gone through your mobility exercises, it's time for the final part of the warm-up, which is to potentiate. Now you may be asking, what does it mean to potentiate? Well, at a basic level, it's just a gradual increase in the intensity of the specific activity that you're getting ready to perform until you reach the desired intensity. And once you're at that desired intensity, you should perform better because of those previous lower intensity reps. Bringing it back to our chest day example, we wouldn't jump right into a bench press with 2 plates on each side. We would maybe start with just the bar for a few reps, then 1 plate each side, then a 45 and a 25, and maybe then 2 plates or whatever our working weight for the set is going to be. You also want to start with higher reps and decrease the reps as you get closer to your working weight. I tend to use a pattern of the empty bar for about 10 reps, then about 45% of my 1 rep max for 8 reps, about 60% of my 1 rep max for 3 reps, 75% of my 1 rep max for 1 rep, and then I go into my working set. If just the empty barbell is too heavy to warm up with for multiple reps, you can try other exercises to activate the muscle, such as an around the back banded chest fly to warm up for bench press. So while the warm up will vary from person to person based on what it is you're warming up for, a simple breakdown into the phases of raise, activate and mobilize, and Potentiate will prepare your entire body for whatever it is you're trying to accomplish and can be applied to almost all exercise scenarios. And remember, these warm-ups are designed to prepare your body as a whole, not just the muscles, since there's a lot more that goes into getting bigger, stronger, and faster than just muscle mass. So make sure to do your warm-ups. It shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes total to get through, but the impact it can have on your gains and overall health can be substantial. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you don't already subscribe to me, and leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything that really stood out to you in this video that you want to start applying to your own training. But otherwise, thanks again for watching, and I will see you for the next one.